Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's Adrian Broner. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came in to sign the contract. Wow. So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What's Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Talk to me out there, y'all. This weekend is I don't know. It's a big weekend for women's boxing to me. I don't know how y'all want to view the weekend coming up with Tyson Fury and what have you, but it's a big weekend for it's a big one. It's a big moment for women's boxing. The first 3-minute, 12-round fight for women's boxing. Amanda Serrano versus Ramos, and I think that's major. And then we got Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. I don't know how y'all feel about crossover fights, but they've been a real thing for a while. I'm not going to hate on it, but it's just the timing of it ain't good to me. But I mean, you know, Tyson Fury is about to go out there, get a payday and a knockout, and he'll move on. But I'm really, really hard pressed. On Friday night, y'all, October 27th, tap in because I want to see the first women's 12-round, 3-minute fight, and maybe that'll usher in into the stratosphere, all women. Fights being just like men fights, and they can get the money that they're looking for, and then, they be on the even playing field. You know what I mean? And that'll be big for women's boxing. They haven't been able to make nothing quite that, bigger move in most other sports, but women's boxing, that'll be a stride for boxing as a whole if they, can turn that into a full-time thing. Other than that, of course, the news is Showtime is going out of the boxing business at the end of this year, and it's 1,001 speculation and rumors and what's going to be next for PBC. And again, I stand 10 toes down on the belief that I think it's a mutual. I think it's a mutual departure. I don't think it's Showtime saying we don't want to do business with PBC and they're just shoving them in the street. I think PBC and Showtime are mutually parting ways. You know what I mean? And of course, the conspiracy theories out there, they ran out of money, they ruined this, ruined that. Let me ask y'all a question. And this ain't even about nothing. Let's just talk facts for a minute. This year, we can go year over year if we want to, but this particular year, who's had a better year in boxing than PBC? I ask. Am I tripping? You know what I mean? I mean, they had at least three mega fights this year. At least three mega fights and at least 3 or 4 major fights. You know what I mean? Tank versus Ryan Garcia, whether you like the competition of it or not, that was a mega fight. You know what I mean? Whether you like the competition value of that particular fight or not, that was a mega fight. You know what I'm saying? Charlo versus Canelo, that was a mega fight. Wasn't the fight we wanted, but it's a mega fight. Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence, mega fight. You know what I mean? Major fight was Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, about to have another So I need the conspiracy theories to calm down. The conspiracy theorists to calm down with the whole PBC is being pushed out of boxing and they need to find a home. I think they mutually parted ways from Showtime. It was definitely something in the air, the way they was moving. You could tell it was a rift. Sometimes people get in business and it's like, hey man, I don't like the way you handle this or handle that, and okay, I like the way I'm handling that. We just decide to go different ways, but the sky is falling and the place about to burn down, and they got to go run to the zone. Stop, stop. I don't see that happening. What's up, Coach Zeus?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm speaking on the PBC situation. That I see the. Uh-oh, what's up, baby? What's up, my man? Shot Town. He said, "Who you got?" Of course, I got Amanda Serrano. Of course, I got Amanda Serrano.
Yeah, she nice. She been nice her last couple showings, so you know what I'm saying.
I got Amanda Serrano, and I think this is more of a fight where this is the usher in. Women can actually go 12 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean? The fact that they're going 3-minute rounds is first of all, that's the first hurdle, but she killed both of them in the same fight. They fight 10 2-minute rounds in women's boxing, but now she not only took it to she not only took it to she not only took it to th- to 10 minute 3 minutes, she took it to the whole 12 rounds. So yeah, shout out to Amanda Serrano. you know Amanda, my team reached out to you, babe, but we'll get you on here eventually, even if it's after the fight. You know what I mean? Yes. Big hurdle for women, big hurdle for women's boxing, and I hope that it continues and leads them to different things. It's not just big for women's boxing; it's big for women's sports. You know what I mean? Because listen, let's be honest. I'm gonna put this out there. We often hear the women, complain that they have to do other things in order to suffice, and they're professional in their sports. Like the WNBA players, they complain. They're saying they got to do OnlyFans and this type of stuff just to maintain. So in between, seasons and things like that. And I think what Amanda is doing is a hurdle for women's sports, because maybe they'll look over and say, hey, look, if boxing can do it, especially with everything that's going on with boxing, if boxing can give the women a better playing field, any sport can do it. You know what I mean? It's time. And women, I'm gonna say this to y'all real quick, Zeus, before I let you go. I'm gonna say this to the women. Step one, before y'all complain about any man, you first must support them women first. Let's put that out there. I'm not saying the men they have nothing to do with it, but you too need to do your part and support. Y'all got to support. I should look up on all these platforms, because there's 1,001 on social media, TikTok, Twitter, IG. I should see all these women pages lit up with the fact that they got a woman who got to go 12 3-minute round. That's what I should see. What do you think about that, Zeus?
Nah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I think a lot of times we had this conversation about, gender support women's sports and things of that nature. But when I go to these women events, I go to a Mystics game, an Aces game, or whatever's going on, I don't really see the stands filled with women. You know what I'm saying? I see the stands filled more so with men. And that's just on my experience. Everybody's experience could be different. We went down to Tijuana, Mexico to see the fight a couple months ago, where the trainer had passed away. And it was a women's exhibition. I mean, a women's fight in there where she had lost the belt. And you look around, the crowd is predominantly men in there. So it's like, if the men are already supporting it, we do need that women's support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be a fight for these tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Again, women, I'm gonna say this again. You're very powerful. You have ways of doing a lot of things. Amanda Serrano and your fellow sisters, because see what they're doing is this, right? See, Amanda Serrano's making millions now. Clarissa Shields is making millions now. Katie Taylor was already making millions now. So now they getting the money scale up for women in boxing, and now they about to get on an even playing field with, now they're going 12 rounds, 3 minutes. This is big, not just for women's boxing, but it's big for women's sports. But we're gonna move on. Women, when y'all see this, support. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even realize it. When I look at my demographic, especially on Facebook, I got my demographic is 45% of my audience is women. So I support you. So I know y'all gonna see this. Support your fellow sisters. Put your boots on the ground, go support your sisters, and maybe this can carry over the WNBA and the other sports. They should be able to usher in some things. Now, Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Are we tired of the circus? Are we cool? I'm not gonna hate on this fight because I let everybody else have their crossover fights. I don't complain about Jake Paul, but how do y'all really feel about this fight? How you feel?
You know what? I'm gonna be real about the situation. I'm not upset. But the fight is the fight. It's gonna happen. You know, there is a group of people clamoring for the fight. Surprisingly, it is the MMA community that wants to see the fight. I can't be upset that they made that fight if the MMA community gonna support it. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make a fight nowadays. If somebody's going to buy it, who am I to be upset that it's being bought? You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
Fact.
Will I be purchasing it? Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. I will be out at a venue that'll most likely be playing the fight in the background, not the foreground. So I'll be catching clips of it. So I'm not gonna pretend like I'm just gonna be shut out about it. I'll tune in and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's that.
Okay. And then as we see, we inch closer. Even though these two guys are fighting two different people, they fights and schedules, and the opponents in front of both of these two particular guys are not nothing to sneeze at. You understand? But they still keep finding a way to talk about the fight that didn't happen between them. And these two guys I'm talking about are Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. You're not fighting each other. Please don't get so wrapped up into each other that you overlook the man that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think either of them will, but you're fighting Regis Prograis. You're fighting Dallas Santos. Granted, two fights I believe both of y'all should win, but not easy walk in the park fights. But what do you think? But what is your thoughts on these two fighters? I mean, who do we really blame? Is there anybody to blame for that fight not happening?
Honestly, the more that the stuff comes out, you blame both fighters. And the reason I say you blame both fighters is because if Shakur Stevenson is saying that you're not paying him enough, but you've never seen those numbers before in a fight, you should have taken the fight. You know what I'm saying? If you're Devin Haney, you're going back and forth, like kind of throwing rocks and hiding your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't even be talking about this anymore. Devin Haney should never mention Shakur Stevenson again until a fight is made. You set the contract out there. You believe this should have been 75-25. It was, I guess, 12 million, 4 million is the rumor. I don't know if that's true. But no matter what it is, it didn't happen. Move on. Your next fight is against Prograis. That's your next fight. And to be brutally honest, your fight is about to be dwarfed and overshadowed by Floyd Mayweather and Mikey Garcia's potential fight that's supposed to be happening on the same day.
I pray that that's a rumor.
I hope it's a rumor too.
I hope really don't. And I don't think he would do that. I pray that he wouldn't do that, but I pray that's a rumor. And here's another thing I'm gonna say about that particular situation is this. I don't care who was wrong. They both could be wrong. Move on. Spin the block. Now, I want both fighters to know, though, by that fight not happening, you did kind of set the stage for this prolonged period that you about to go through. And let me explain why. See, had they fought each other right then and there, the obvious thing that everybody would have said for the winner to do was what? Fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Had that fight happened, the winner of that fight, whether Devin or Shakur, the world would have been asking for the winner of that fight to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. But since that fight didn't happen, you whooping Dallas Santos is big, ain't enough to make Tank say, yeah, that's the fight I want next. You beating Regis Prograis is big, not enough to make Tank say, I want that fight next. These facts, man. And everybody gonna say, well, Tank ain't fighting nobody. Tank should be fighting somebody. Look, man, he the money man right now. He is the money man. He is the cash cow. He is the one. So if that's the fight you want, you got to do the things to set that fight up.
Yeah, they both had a blueprint to get to that fight. They failed that blueprint. I
I'm not on my fault. I'm not saying they failed. I'm just saying I don't want to hear the complaining when he's not next.
No. I'm saying that they failed if he's not next. They failed that. If he's not next, that's a failure. You know what I'm saying? If you're not fighting for multiple belts, if you're not fighting for more money, if you're not fighting for more prestige, because think about it. Who does Shakur fight after De Los Santos? Who does Haney fight after Progress? That's going to be a nice little minute before the dust clears, because everybody's locked up with fights in their divisions, I believe, or in talks with getting their fights in their division. So, I mean, the world not going to wait. The guys around them, they're still going to be clamoring for fights. They're going to do what's best for their family and do what's best to feed their folks. So, I mean, I think you're right in the sense of they should have got it on and fought each other. And that would have been enough noise for, Tank to come outside and go ahead and fight the winner of that. That would have been a nice little come outside.
You could have fight, and you and Tank could have been the first mega fight on Amazon.
Exactly.
Amazon Prime. Listen, I'm not saying, listen, y'all, I don't know nothing. I haven't even did it. I don't know nothing yet, but I heard Amazon Prime might be the ticket. So listen, let me say one more thing. Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, the winner of that fight. I'm gonna say this to you too. Same thing to Matias after your fight. If your next fight is not Teofimo Lopez or Tank, which I doubt, I even give you a pass and say Ryan Garcia. If it ain't one of them three people, your next opponent better be Gary Antoine Russell. I don't care what nobody say.
They ducking that man, and you know why they ducking that man.
Listen, but enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Gary Antoine Russell has been gifted and cursed with the ability of being as good as he is in the position that he's in. There's high risk and no reward for those guys to fight him, and that's what they're banking on. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If I had a belt in that division, and you told me that I could cherry pick off Ryan Garcia, I could fight Teo, who I believe I could beat, or that Gary Antoine Russell, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight JR. He's too nice. Be honest. He's going to get in there. He's going to take somebody's belt. They don't want that. You know they don't want that. That's why they ducking him. I can't hear you. What'd you say? Oh, all right. Yeah, man. To everybody that's listening, if Gary Antoine Russell listening, look, brother, you're too good. They going to try to stall you out, bro. They don't want to see you in that ring because they know you a problem. They know you're a problem offensively. They know you're a problem defensively. They know you can cut that ring off. They know that jab is crazy, and they know you can handle them. They're not the problem in the ring. You are when you step in the ring.
Here's the thing. I think the walls are starting to cave in. I think people know, and I think the rival time is here. And from what I hear, they're finally ready to say it's time to let the lion out the cage. So the time is now. It probably would be Matias. I know we'll never ever get Rolly. We'll never get Rolly. We will never get Rolly. So it'll probably be Matias. Let's go get that. A lot of people are going to jump up. Shall we do Matias this? We're going to go ahead and get him out the way. Once we get Matias out the way, the dust should be clear. You know what I mean? The dust should be clear.
You think Teofimo still going to have that belt when he go take that so he can fight Gary?
Yeah. The only person that can beat him is Gary.
Makes sense.
I don't believe. I mean, I'm not saying if Tank go up there, that's different, but I don't think. And right now, at the current landscape of the 140-pound division, I don't see none of them other guys, Richardson, Hitchison, Regis, not even Devin. I don't see none of them beating Teofimo. And I'm not knocking Devin. I got nothing but love for Devin and Haney. I do. I don't think he can beat Teofimo. That's just me. I'm not saying it. I'm not shocked if he do. I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? I got to see it. So right now at the 140-pound division, I think when the dust settles and the dust clear, without tanking them getting involved, the number one fight there'll be it eventually. Once Gary Antoine get that belt from Matias, the big fight will be him and Teo. But I ain't gonna lie, I would love I mean, love for Devin Haney to beat Regis, and he take the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, somebody got to do it, man. I think 140 is somebody's for the taking. It's so wide open. It's 4 different people with a belt.
It's a lot of talent up there. It's a lot of talent up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's wide open because it's not just any man's game. Somebody got to go in there and strategically, you know what I'm saying, take down everybody if they already don't have a belt. And then if you got the belt, you know what you got to do. So I'm just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, once he catch hold of one of them, and get one of them straps, is on like popcorn.
The easiest strap he would be able to get would be Rolly's. You don't think Rolly would take on Gary?
No.
I think Rolly was stupid enough to take on Tank. I think Rolly is stupid enough to take on Gary. I think
that was a win-win. That was a win-win for their company. So you gotta understand.
Yeah.
Win-win. It was a win-win. I got 2 of my fighters in the ring. I can't lose. You know what I mean? One of them got to win, and one of them going, and I get both of them paid at the same time. So he has that in his bank. He has a major fight. He has a pay-per-view fight underneath his belt. You see they taking forever to get him an opponent because they're trying to find him the softest opponent possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Regan. What up, man? What up, Regan? You know what I mean? But yeah, they trying to give Rolly the easiest opponent possible. So and the rift, we're not getting Rolly. We're never gonna get Rolly. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about Rolly. I just hope Devin take the Pepsi challenge, and I'm almost willing to bet that Matias will take it. But I know Rolly, we're not getting Rolly. That's not gonna happen.
Which fight are you more excited to see? The Pagres-Haney or the De Los Santos Stevenson fight?
Both of them. I like both of them. Now, the one that I think is going to be the most testy is Regis and Devin. I picked Devin to win this fight, but I think we're going to have some time in the fight where it may get turbulence. But I think that, I ain't going to lie, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm putting Regis Prograis on notice. Regis, you got to show me something. You got to show me something. Because I vividly remember people beat me over the top of the head telling me about this Regis Prograis. You got to check out Regis Prograis. Show me what they was talking about when you fight Devin. Show it to me. I need to see it because I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it. I'm not saying you're a bad fighter. Talented fighter, good fighter. But I need to see you go all out at an elite level to take the fight because this is what happened. The reason why he lost to Josh Taylor, it was a tough, gritty fight. But in the money rounds, when the all was on the line, Josh showed the heart that you didn't. I need to see that in this next fight. And Devin Haney, you got to clean up a whole lot. I'm not even going to go back and forth with who really won between you and Lomachenko, but you cannot get hit by the same punches and get this guy.
Nah, because here's the thing. If he get hit by the same punches, and if he doesn't look like a very polished and poised Devin Haney, if he doesn't look like an A- to A+ fighter in there, the narrative now switches. Why should Shakur fight you? Why should that fight even happen?
No. He earned his ticket to the dance. He's a former undisputed fighter, and he's fighting for another title. He earned his ticket to the dance. He just got to not lose.
Now, that's what I'm saying. If he loses, if he does not look good, that's going to be a problem, man. It's going to be a problem.
Well, if he loses this fight, go ahead. Hold on.
Now, I was going to say, we can't have 2 showings in a row of him looking like he wasn't at his best. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see him look at his best in the Lomachenko fight.
I don't know. Hold on. He says Haney reads is about that neither one will get credit no matter what happens. I don't know about that. Especially if one stops the other. If one stops the other, it sends shockwaves through the sport. I can't see them not getting credit because everybody knows who both of them are. This is the undisputed 135-pound champion of the world going up to 140 to challenge the WBC champion, whose only loss is to the former undisputed at that weight class. So the winner of that fight definitely has something to say in the sport, and I think I will give them credit. I will give them a lot of credit, whoever win the fight, because if it's a fight, that either win.
Yeah, they get credit. It's just if we go in there and we turn on the TV and they don't look like they're at their best, we have a right to
Don't matter. A win is a win. Don't matter. When you get to this level, y'all, when you're fighting champions against champions, a win is a win. A win is a win. If you play in the Super Bowl and they say, well, the game was muddy and the game was sloppy, but we got a chip, we got a chip.
You say a win is a win, but we just heard what you said against the Lomachenko Haney fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But he got the dub.
Like, but we don't want to see that again, is what I'm saying. We don't want to see that again.
If Haney Regis, he stops a guy he was supposed to lose. Regis, when it's Haney not big enough, you will find something to do, like Coach said, not at their best. Haney looked fine in the early rounds. Loma adapted and gave him problems. He got the W. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing about that, though. Listen, here's the thing. You can't use that narrative, Brandon, because here's the reason why. Everybody said he outgrew 135 pounds. He was too small. He was getting too big for that weight class. So we can't say you go up to the next weight class and then they say you're too small. You know what I'm saying? A win is a win. A win, listen to me. A win is always a win. A win is always a win. In Florida, even Florida tell you that. It don't matter if people are booing from here to from one end of the arena all through the sport. I got a W versus a L. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in this world that trumps a W. Nothing. Ugly, smugly, unless it's a robbery. You know what I mean? Then that's a different conversation. Unless it's a robbery, then there's nothing you can say to me. If I beat the man, I beat the man. Especially at this level, I'm fighting a champion. I'm not fighting a tomato can. I'm fighting a champion. And like I said though, even if he beats Regis Prograis, a guy that we suspect he should outbox, but if he stops Regis, that says a whole lot. The world will look at Devin completely different. Because
it's different from beating him.
The narrative is he got pillow hands. He can't punch. He can't crack. That's why everybody picked the bigger punches against him. But if he wins this fight by KO, wow, hold on, y'all. We got he becomes a star. He becomes a star now. It changes everything. Oh, it was the weight at 135 that was stopping him from knocking people out. Oh, he can crack now. Oh, we got now that the Devin versus, now everybody switches from Devin versus Tank is a real thing now. You know what I'm saying? See, look. Haney ain't stopping nobody. See what I'm saying? Nobody believes it. So Brandon, if he was to get a stoppage, the world is shocked. The world will be shocked. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna throw your chicken on the floor. What just happened? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. My man said Haney ain't stopping nobody. Man, talk to me in the comment section. Who y'all got winning between Dallas Santos and Shakur, Haney, Regis, and who you think the winner should fight next? And I'm gonna say this right here now. I got Shakur putting on a absolute virtuoso clinic against Dallas Santos. Yeah, I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see Shakur at his best. Go ahead, son. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be even. I think the Shakur De Los Santos is gonna be a slaughterhouse. I think it's gonna be like Shushu's last fight. It's every single round Shakur just gonna do what he wants. And De Los Santos is good. Don't get me wrong. But styles make fights. I don't think De Los Santos' style is gonna clash well with Shakur. And like I said before, Shakur has an answer for every facet of De Los Santos' game. So I'm not sure what De Los Santos is looking for when he gets in that ring, but it's going to be bad from start to finish. I think the Haney Prograis fight, I think that's going to be a closer fight. I think in the end, I think Haney wins, 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5, whatever the case may be. But I think that Shakur fight, I think he's just going to walk through him.
All right. Listen. All right, so we're going to recap this real quick because unfortunately, y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. But we're going to recap this real quick. Friday night, all boxing fans, especially women, need to tap into Amanda Serrano. First 12-round, 3-minute fight in women boxing history. It's history. Tap in, support that. and that need to be spoke about more in all of these circles. And I check out all kinds of people's posts and podcasts. And I'm not seeing this enough. So I'm going let me jack this now. Y'all heard of the Let's Talk Sports. That's need to be supported. Secondly, Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Fury should knock him in the next October. But how do y'all really feel about that fight? Are you excited? You know what I'm saying? You know where I stand with Shakur. He boxes the ears off anyone at 135 and 140. Anyone? Anyone? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm not gonna say their names right now. When Shakur get to 140, I got two people that might give him a dandy of a night. A dandy. I ain't saying they're gonna beat him, but I know two fighters that's gonna give him a night and a half. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Regan, I wouldn't expect you to say nothing less. I wouldn't expect you to say nothing less. All right, y'all. My man Zeus, tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what you got going on, and go ahead.
You can find me at exploreskills.com. We're doing a lot for the youth right now, housing urban development communities. We're creating a couple esports arenas for everybody, especially Baltimore, DC area. So reach out to me at exploreskills.com. Let's get your schools involved. Let's get your HBCU involved and everything like that. That's the only thing I'm working on right now. Appreciate it.
All right. Once again, this is AK the Apostle. Let's Talk Sports Show. I got a lot of stuff we're working on the back channel. Try to get more and more content to you. We are looking. Please, if you feel free, send a donation or you want to be a sponsor, hit me up in any DMs at AK the Apostle or at Let's Talk Sports, y'all. But at the same time, we'll be back before this week is out. Definitely going to make sure I tap in after the, Amanda Serrano fight, and we definitely got to do our NFL talks probably, Friday live from the studio. But in the meantime, I appreciate y'all. Boxing in DC, you are the best boxing platform on all social media. Don't let nobody tell you nothing less. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Holla. Oh yeah, real quick on the way out. On the way out. What's up, y'all? Talk to me, man. Let me know what area y'all tapping in from. Let me know what we can do to give you better content, what things you look for when you come to these platforms, man. And we'll try to, to vet that, you know what I mean, as we work on, a lot of things on the back channel to, enhance what we bring to you. And like I said, we always looking for sponsors and donations. You know what I mean? But women, I'm gonna say this again, women. Your fellow women in these sports need your support. Y'all need to support these women more. Yes, men need to do better, but you need the support. And I'm out of here.